Good evening, esteemed television viewers. Nakhchivan News Information Program is on air. I am Firoze Nuri. Today, 35 years have passed since the events of January 20, 1990, which are went into history as the tragedy of Black January. On the night of January 1990, under the direct orders of the General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, troops of the Ministry of Defense, the State Security Committee, and the Ministry of Internal Affairs of the USSR entered Baku and several districts of Azerbaijan. Mass killings were carried out by firing from heavy equipment and various types of weapons. Thus, 147 people were killed and 744 injured in Baku and its surrounding regions due to the illegal actions of the troops. Among the dead were women, children, and the elderly, as well as emergency workers. The illegal deployment of troops was also accompanied by mass arrests of civilians. But the leadership of Azerbaijan, due to its indecisiveness, remained silent about these calamities inflicted on our people. The next day after the massacre on January 21st, the great son of the Azerbaijani people, Heydar Aliyev, headed to the permanent mission of Azerbaijan in Moscow and issued a statement strongly condemning the USSR government and the incompetent leadership of Azerbaijan, which committed a massacre in Baku. The world's progressive forces also strongly condemned this terrible and ruthless terror inflicted on the Azerbaijani people. Only a few years later, at the initiative of national leader Heydar Aliyev, a political and legal assessment was given to the tragedy in Azerbaijan, which wasn't thoroughly investigated in time and didn't receive an adequate assessment. On January 20, 1990, the people of Azerbaijan gave many martyrs for their freedom and independence. However, its will wasn't broken and its national spirit wasn't shaken. The sons of the homeland who sacrificed their lives to protect national interests during the massacre and rose to the peak of martyrdom wrote a new, bright page in the heroic annals of the Azerbaijani people with their matchless sacrifices. With the historic victory achieved in the Patriotic War of 2020 and local anti-terror measures of September 2023, under the leadership of President, victorious Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev, the troubled souls of the martyrs of January 20 found peace. Our program continues. The Nakhchivan branch of Ziraat Bank, Azerbaijan Open Joint Stock Company was put into operation. A meeting of Nakhchivan Martyrs Families Public Union was held on the results of 2024. This and more in our next news block.
On the 15th of January, the Nakhchivan branch of Ziraat Bank Azerbaijan Open Joint Stock Company started operating. State and government officials, the Consulate General of the Republic of Turkey in Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, consulate employees, businessmen, and public representatives all attended the event. During the meeting, it was reported that Ziraat Bank Azerbaijan has extensive mutual relations as a member of the Ziraat Financial Group, which has a 160-year history and operates in 19 countries around the world. Here, customers are offered the most contemporary banking products and services in accordance with the international trade. The bank, which has partnerships with the world's leading banking institutions, offers loans and special interest rates to customers in every field of production in Azerbaijan. The branch will offer special provisions to support the development of entrepreneurship, especially entrepreneurs operating in the agricultural sector. Within the framework of the event, a cooperation agreement was signed between the Entrepreneurship Development Fund of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic and Ziraat Bank Azerbaijan Open Joint Stock Company. Events dedicated to the 35th anniversary of the January 20 tragedy were held in Nakhchivan City and Ordubat District Executive Palace, the Nakhchivan branch of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences, Nakhchivan State University, and Nakhchivan Teachers Institute, as well as other organizations. Hundreds of mothers were commemorated at the events, and it was noted that their revenge has already been taken. An exhibition titled as January 20, The Chronicle of Heroism was opened at the Behruz Kengerli Exhibition Hall of the Union of Artists of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. The week-long exhibition features 30 works by 18 artists in total. From January to December 2024, the gross domestic product in the Autonomous Republic amounted to 1,539,514,500 manats. The statistical information provided by the State Statistics Committee states that last year, industrial products worth approximately 468 million manats were produced in the Autonomous Republic. This is 8.2% less than the figure in 2023. In 2024, 270,573,800 manats were allocated to fixed capital from all financial sources for the development of economy and other social sectors, which was 62.3% more than the last year. In accordance with the agreement on military cooperation signed between Azerbaijan and Turkey, a ceremony for the exchange of national flags of Azerbaijan and Turkey was held in preparation for the joint exercise called Winter Training 2025, which will be held in Kars city of Turkey. After the national anthems of both countries were played on the Ümit Bridge, a flag-changing ceremony was held. After the event, the units to be involved in training left Nakhchivan city.
In Khok village of Kengerli district, the birthday of the Ulvi Jafarov, a mother of the patriotic war, was commemorated and the book dedicated to his memory was presented. At the end of the event, a literary and artistic composition was performed by students of the class named after the mother, Ulvi Jafarov. The closing meeting of the Nakhchivan Mothers Families Public Union for 2024 was held at Nakhchivan Business Center. The event was attended by the government officials, family members of mothers, media representatives, and volunteer youth. It was noted that a total of the 24 events were organized during the 2024. Honorary memberships and plaques were presented to distinguished members of the union. Certificates of appreciation were awarded to the state institutions, media representatives, and volunteer youth for their contributions to the union's activities, and membership cards were distributed to the union members. At the end of the event, participants were informed about the planned activities of the Mothers Families Public Union for 2025. The Naxcivantv Public Trade Union Council has launched a new project offering members the opportunity to enjoy memorable weekends at the Agbolak Recreation Center by covering 15% of the package costs for Saturdays and Sundays. In the presentation of the project, it was noted that more than 42,000 people who are currently members of the Council of Trade Unions can use the new recreation package. Call center will also be established to provide easier access to the treatment centers. Naxcivantv is preparing for satellite broadcasting. Soon, viewers will be able to watch the channel through the ISS-1 satellite on the designated frequency. The satellite broadcast will cover a region including Europe, Africa, Central Asia, the Middle East, and the Caucasus. Test broadcasts for this satellite service are already underway. Military ammunition were discovered in the territory of the Kengerli district, Yenicherchi and Gabalı villages. The Ministry of Emergency Situations reported that the ammunition was removed from the area by pyrotechnic specialists to be neutralized.
ISIM television watchers, that was all for today. Hoping to see you next week at the same time. Thanks for watching us. Have a good night.